Welcome back, my friends, to the Psychic Next Door. I want to thank each and every one of you for taking the time to tune in, as well as for your overwhelming support for subscribing, liking, and even commenting on my videos. I am truly grateful for you. My goal today and always is to provide you clarity and peace through these spirit-driven messages. Remember, these are just general readings, not one-to-one, so if it doesn't resonate, just leave it behind. This reading was created for our beautiful Gemini friends for the month of August. However, it is a timeless reading and it can resonate at any time. As we shuffle the cards today, let's dive into a bit of astrology that could help better guide you through this month, okay? This month is a period for unwinding and self-care, especially in efforts to offset the influence of Mercury retrograde, all right? Mercury is known as the communication planet. So throughout this period, you may see some travel delays, communication difficulties, and even some communication from your exes. So beware there. Practicing patience during this period is going to be key. Rather than overloading yourself with things to do this month, take a more manageable approach to what needs to be handled. This is a period where momentum on projects, decisions that are pending, may be at a standstill or at a bottleneck situation, okay? But fear not, on August 28th, Mercury retrograde comes to an end, and you will see more of a reset to factory settings, all right? Okay, let's go ahead and dive into your reading for this month. And at the end of our reading, we are going to draw a special spirit animal oracle card just for you. So make sure to stay tuned. All right, so first we have drawn be bold and make the first move, and then look at the bigger picture, okay? The look at the bigger picture, and I'm going to discuss that while we draw some clarifiers. Spirit is wanting to highlight this. It seems a bit of a common theme for the month of August for many, many signs so far. They want you to look at the bigger picture. Many of you have been kind of running the rat race, your head down, blinders on, and blinders on doesn't necessarily mean it's a negative thing. It's just kind of been, you've been in your own world getting things done, okay? And in alignment with some of the astrology we talked about, it's time to put a pause on things, okay? So you can reset and regroup, okay? It's a good time to purge those things that no longer serve you and they've kind of been gnawing at you, that you've kind of swept under the rug there, that you just haven't wanted to deal with, you know? There just hasn't been enough time. So let's see, let's get a little bit more clarifying information in regards to, look at the big picture. So we have the Lover's card, and we have the Two of Swords. I see where this is going. And then we have the Tower, put it over here. And then, the Artist. Oh, I love this. Okay, so let's talk about it. They're going back to the individual, whether it's you or someone connected to you, that you have some decisions that need to be made. Again, being cautious this month, thinking things through, and perhaps making those changes and adjustments in the coming months. For some of you, it's going to happen this month. You're going to like put your foot down in a sense, and you're going to make it happen. Okay? You have some options. You have some choices. And for a while, I don't want to say you've had blinders on, but you've just you haven't wanted to deal with it. But it's weighing you down. It's causing you some emotional turmoil, all right? For some of you, you're in a relationship or there's a friendship, a very strong connection, okay? And you're wondering where things went wrong. You're kind of been wondering why this relationship has gone off the tracks, if you will. At one point, it was new and it was exciting, and there was more focus on you both as a unit. through time, through children, through events that have unfolded. It's kind of left some of you with a not so easy feeling, okay? Spirit wants me to relay this to you all. While relationships go through things, some things that you've chosen to accept, you're not going to be choosing to accept them any longer, okay? Some of you are going to be making some very bold decisions. Some of these are in the betterment for a healthier and internal living situation, and you're going to shake things up a bit. All right, you're going to remove these things that no longer serve you in regards to a relationship. For some, it's showing me a familial relationship. It doesn't necessarily have to be, a lover or somebody that you're in an intimate relationship with. For some, this is having to do with a dynamic in your family, a dynamic in a friendship, and even it's showing me a bit of a toxic situation in a workplace. So this has many messages as to how it's meant for many of you, but the bottom line is you're growing tired of it, okay? And for some of you, you are going to work with this person because you have a long-standing relationship with them, and you feel that these things can be repaired. You just kind of gotten off the tracks, if you will. Your relationship just needs a little more communication. It's showing me that some of you have considered going to therapy with this individual and on your own. So there's some changes that are going to be made so you can get back to where you were. All right. They're also showing me an individual who perhaps someone has done them a little dirty, if you will, throughout the years. And you've forgiven, but you haven't forgotten. You haven't worked through the problems, so they're still there. When you communicate on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, that energy is still there, and you haven't been able to repair what needs to be repaired. Some of you are going to be making a decision whether to walk or whether to seek a different kind of help, like I mentioned, professional help, so you can get past those things, so you can continue on this relationship. All right? The Artist card came through because in this particular situation, they're wanting to show an approach that you haven't taken before. All right? So they're showing me two individuals who are, it seems like it's a pattern, okay? And I'm sorry, it doesn't look like you guys can see all this. It's almost like you're in a pattern, okay? A negative pattern. You may not realize it. You're arguing about the same things. You're having the same kind of issues. You tend to squash them for the moment, but then they resurface, for some of you in an uglier fashion. The Artist card in this situation, they're wanting you to look at things in a different light, okay? Step outside and look at the big picture. Is the foundation of the relationship there? Okay? Is the foundation of the relationship there? Is this something you want to save? Is this something you feel that is worth it? All right? There's so much emotion tied to the issues that you're arguing about that it's very difficult to get past it. It's why it continues to resurface. It's a cycle. And if we don't do things differently, the cycle remains. They want you to be the bigger person in this situation. Be bold and make the first move. All right? It feels as though there's a lot of stubborn energy between these two individuals. They're showing me a school. Sorry, I had to take a minute there. So it looks as though perhaps This could also be a situation where you're an educator of sorts and you're having a difficult time, whether it be with the students or, you know, a principal or a higher individual who continue making changes, not really understanding what's going on and what is needed. So lots of different variables here are happening for many of you. But Spirit is asking you for the betterment of your life, okay? And your energy and your time and attention. Be bold and make the first move. They're showing me a vision of an image. Okay, so it looks like perhaps an argument occurred. Everybody's kind of gone their separate ways and things just have kind of gone into the same momentum they always do. And perhaps be cautious, you know, as you're doing it this month, because your communication may be misinterpreted and things of that nature. For some of you, this will be handled and resolved this month, or at least the beginnings of it will be, you know, will be handled. At least you're going in a different direction. But Spirit wants you to reach out to this individual when the tides are calm, okay? When things are in a pleasant state. And let that individual know that you guys need to talk, okay? When the timing is good for both of you, because you both want to come into this situation with a bit more level-headed. For those of you that are trying to repair the situation, you want to do things differently. Okay, and perhaps some of you have never done this. You've never been bold and made the first move. You've never gone to this individual and say, "Hey, let's just talk without emotion." Doing things differently. That's the artist, right? Looking outside the box. Do things differently. Okay, and this will kind of it shows me a new layer of your life unfolding, which is pretty incredible. Now, for some of you, while it may seem that the issues have been resolved and that you're working towards this new plan or this new way of communication, okay, some of you may fall back into the trap of when things get heated, doing the same type of communication. You're going to have to really work at this, right? Because many of us, you're just used to doing things how you're used to doing them, right? And that's it. That's just, you react a certain way, you feel a certain way. And the artist comes at it from a different approach. So when you see yourself starting to engage in those negative patterns with this individual, stop yourself. And it's okay to say it out loud too. You know what? I feel like we're about to enter that vicious cycle that we're trying so hard to break. I'm going to take a step back. And it triggers the other person as well. Like, oh, wow. Like he or she really wants to kind of make a change. All right. Maybe I should do the same. Okay. Because it shows one individual is a little more stubborn than the other. All right. And this is beautiful. Okay. I want to make sure you guys can see this, and I'm sorry the setup isn't within perfect view for you all, but we drew 6 of Swords, okay, and 8 of Wands. This is beautiful. You're walking away here in 6 of Swords from what no longer is serving you, and some of you are taking that individual with you, and some of you are leaving that individual behind. Once you make the decision, once you make those changes, things are going to be moving fast. Okay? They're going to be moving fast in a beautiful, and it's kind of like a new light they're showing me for you, a new world. Because you're working really hard to get out of this that you're in. All right? And creating the life that you truly want for yourself and your loved one. All right, my friends, we are going to draw that special Spirit Animal Oracle card for you to close this reading. Gemini, it looks like you guys have a lot to work through, but without question, you always bring it home. You always bring it home and you make it happen, okay? Let's take a look to see what we have here. And your Spirit animal card is a hummingbird, lightness. It is time for you to pursue your dreams with determination. By doing this, you will make them a reality. Joy is just around the corner, but you have to believe that it's possible to manifest your visions. Stop waiting and doubting. Do things differently, my friends. Okay, like the artist card. And things are going to be moving in a rapid and positive momentum and direction. Wishing you all a beautiful month, and we'll see you soon.